Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the Copper Owl, bringing you a review on the Nerf Sprinter. I even forgot the name of this darn thing. So I got this. This is part of the Pinpoint series, and I got this I think it was for Black Friday. It was 25 bucks. And so I've had it for a while. I just never did a review on it, and there's a good reason for that. And I'm just gonna show you right off the bat. Yeah, there's that. I think mine's a lemon. There we go. That it doesn't want to function properly, you might say. So, this isn't really a review on the blaster because I didn't even bother to do the FPS. I didn't bother to do any of that stuff because I don't like the Pinpoint. There's something in my throat. I gotta drink something. I don't like the Pinpoint series. And I thought this would change my mind. This is the only blaster I own from that series. And from what I remember, it does fire like normally. Maybe a little bit better than regular stock Nerf blasters, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's like I got my chart right here. I'll bring it out. I haven't used it in forever, but it's like okay, no accessories, string attachment point, non-existent really. There's one right there. Profile painted all by, it kind of does look like an actual firearm, surprisingly. It looks like a Raven, like a modern day Raven. Tactical points, you got one on top. Yeah, it's the old school one, which is dumb because the new ones, I believe, use a different kind of tactical point. And all that, and you can't take rocket, you can't take mega, so you see the point I have right there. Internals, I don't know what it looks like inside. Modability, I don't know if anybody's bothered to mod this thing. Practicality, it's impractical because it's Pinpoint. Okay? So it would have done bad. It would have done bad in my own criteria and all that because I got to make up criteria for certain blasters. But even though I'm not going to be reviewing them, like I'm not going to review all the mega blasters and all that. I'm not reviewing all the X-Shot blasters and everything like that. So this also has that. Doesn't have the locks. So it would do bad in my criteria. So other than that, it's like, okay, let's take my criteria out the window. Like the only thing is like price, FPS, and all that. This thing is terrible. This could have been better. Like even if there's, I think the normal price might be 35 bucks. I don't remember, but let's say, just for sake of argument, this blaster was $35 on shelves. No, it's not good because it only comes with one mag. And as far as I know, they don't sell separate mags because I don't think I've ever seen one of these in store. You would think that they would make this into a viable product with the refill packs. Okay? Considering they have another blaster that uses mags, which I think comes with one, maybe two, I don't know, because I didn't buy it. And it's like, why didn't you give us a barrel attachment point? They have the same dimensions. Like, I got a barrel right here. Because I got my Raven right here for all intents and purposes. Let's see. Let's prove the point. Can this fit in here? Oh, look, it fits in there. Oh, why can't we have a barrel attachment point? Maybe it won't work for some, okay? But some of the barrel attachment points don't work in some of the blasters, so it doesn't matter. Okay? But it worked. But it will work. So why not have the idea of customization here? Why not have a cool attachment like this? To make it like this is gonna be the pinnacle of the Pinpoint. We're gonna give. Why didn't you just give? Even if you're not gonna fill it up with accessories, why didn't you give us the option for it to be the best of the best? Okay. Then now we're gonna get these new ones with all these attachments, and I think they use a different attachment system. I was like, okay. But you didn't sell me on these ones. Why would I buy the other things if I don't like the first one? The darts, they're okay. I want to bite them. These things remind me of like something, like a beef jerky. And all that. I don't like. I think they should have been a different color. They probably would change my mind because what is this color anyway? That's kind of weird as well. But it's like, okay, it doesn't blend in with the grass, I believe. Like, but I thought to myself, isn't foam white? Like, don't they add a dye to it and foam starts out white? Why don't you just make all the darts white? Wouldn't they save money on that? I don't know. Maybe the foam comes in a different color. That's just a thought. But, and I was like, okay. Well, with the Ultra, these mags work pretty well. But why do they do what they do? I keep getting them backwards too. Why don't they do what they do in the Ultra blasters? Because they don't pop out when you stick them in. And that turns out it's because of how there's like the button pushes them in and all that stuff, and they just stay in there pretty much. You could see they plop out. I don't like that because what if I miscount? Because they don't come in different colors. So what we're going to have to do is like, oh, what if I'm all out? What if there's a jam? Or what if like I misfire or something? Pull it out, and then two of my darts come out. Now I'm 2 darts less than what I wouldn't have. Like, because let me grab this. I like a new place I put my my desk. It actually allows me to maneuver a bit better. We can't do this. So I was like, okay, I'm out of darts and all that stuff once I see the red. And it's like, that's how I know. And I was like, no, nothing happened. It's like, oh, they're all the same. And that could just be like, okay, it's the product. It's like later on we're going to get different colors and all that. It's like, okay, fine. But has there been anybody who made a third-party version of this? And it's like, well, why would they? Because it's like you could just go buy a regular blaster in the store. Why would you need this? Go half dart ones is like, yeah, buy any darts, cut them down, and there you go. Regular darts is like you could buy bulk order a bunch of fake ones for real cheap and just put it in an X-Shot blaster. I get what Nerf wants to do. They want to market. They want to be like the heyday, where like they were the best. Everybody was buying their stuff and all that. And X-Shot, I don't know if they exist or not. There was one of those, like Zuru, like they have their weird gimmicky blasters and all that no one buys, and all that stuff. And it's like they want to go back to that. Like, hey, So they made a proprietary dart with a proprietary mag that is its own specialized size, so that all the other companies have to waste money to essentially rip them off for a blaster system that nobody wants because it's cheap looking. It looks like something a kid wants. A kid would use. When you go back and look at the original Ravenfire, like, this thing looks cool. This thing looks tactical. Take off the accessories. Look at that. This thing painted all black. You can see this in a movie. Okay? That's what makes this thing cool. And of course they did. And they didn't give it that look. And it's like, okay, Nerf, you're gonna cheap out on this. One, make the quality better. But this one has pretty good quality. Some of them don't. Well, one, quality better. Two, it's like, why don't you just make it a solid color? Save up on dye and all that stuff. Don't put decal. Just save up on that kind of money and just don't put decal. Make it all one color. Make it white and orange. Make it just white and orange. Okay, maybe if you're gonna have a third color, put gray or black, so it looks like some cool sci-fi gun. Okay, don't put enamel on it. Don't make it all don't make it smooth because it's painful to sand that. Okay. Because look at this, the Dart Zone Blaster. It's 3 colors. Okay, there's detailing on it. Okay, but that's really they're just pretty much the same. Actually, no, the Dart Zone one is more detailed. There's like a story in here and all that. There's vents and all that stuff. This one is like, it looks like a spaceship. That's what it reminds me of, a spaceship. Some space station stuff. Like, this looks like, the 16 on here looks like a freaking, a gate and all that. So just give us like something that looks cool. This does not look cool. Lime green and blue is not a cool color. It's palette. I want to paint this into the color palette that you should have gone with. Okay, because I can't really make a steampunk thing out of this thing. Okay, because of the design you went with. So I kind of want to paint the blue all white, leave the orange, and paint the green all gray. Just to show you, like, this is how you do it. And let's go with the... And it's like, this could have been so good if you just went with half darts with it. Because you made a half dart bullpup blaster anyway. Why didn't you just make the Sprinter a half dart bullpup blaster? And all that. Imagine how great this would have been if it was half darts. Like, that would have been so cool. But you didn't do that. What else bothers me? The dimensions of this thing ain't that different from a regular dart blaster. That's what also bothers me. It's like, I feel like these things should have been shorter. Because, like, why don't you just make... Again, this probably would have been better if it was a regular dart blaster. Because then it's like, I have all my various different magazines for it. And it's like, Ultra, it might even work as an Ultra. I have the Ultra Mag right here. Let's see. Let's see how big it is. The Ultras are around the same size. Yeah, there's not much difference. Yeah, look at that. So why... Not having the Ultra Darts. I have no idea what happened to my Ultra Darts. I'm missing them. But... So, let's check out the length. Come here. And they are shorter. It's like, okay, I'll give you that. They're shorter. It's just this is just like the biggest fumble. They're not even that big compared to the to that. And I was like, who thought of this? Whoever thought of this needs to be fired. Okay, because this is the dumbest attempt to like try to single out the market. Okay, because even your best blaster, it's like, I am not impressed. I have a Raven. You could have remade the Raven and probably made the same number of sales. Okay? It probably would have been better, too. Because it's like, again, there's all these third-party things. Like, and I'm going to tell it as it is. It's like, Nerf, you could have been making a ton of money if you done one thing. Like, okay, this is what you should have done. Okay, anybody at Nerf, listen to me. You better send me a huge check. I mean, a huge check. Okay, like a really big check. Okay. So, you don't even have to hire me, but I demand a check in the mail with a solid gold stripe. Okay. And I also want a give me an invader without the lights. Just take out. I want to paint it my way. Okay, just same thing, same shell and everything. Just the lights don't work. Got it? Okay. And give me the stabilizing kit that you only sold in Japan and a bayonet. Okay, now okay, because this is how you make money. This could have been something really special. You could sell these darts, make millions of dollars, make tons of sales. Everybody wants these darts. Everybody wants this mag. Okay, if you've done one thing or one thing only. Yeah, and I gotta grab a blaster for this as an example. Oh, crud. I had the perfect blaster, but it's like in a box and I don't want to dig it out. Where is it? Grab a different one. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pause. Okay, if you did this, Nerf, right here, my Han Solo blaster. This dart system could have probably been the best thing for internal dart storage and all that, because you could have decreased the size and made the blaster look more authentic to the actual thing. That's what you could have done, Nerf. You could have just taken the Star Wars stuff, the Star Wars brand, and made not just Star Wars, different IPs. Take the various IPs you have, because you had Halo, you have Star Wars, okay, you have Star Trek, but you can't do much with Star Trek. No, you can. Foam bat lift. Give us a foam bat lift, okay? The Klingon bat lift. Give us that. I shall destroy my enemies with it. You have IPs, okay? Why don't you make your IP blasters the Pinpoint blasters? It's that simple. Okay, they have to buy your Pinpoint dart. They have to buy your mags and all that. And you could have had the internal storage system, because that you have that for some of your blasters. So why didn't you do that? Because we know you don't care about making realistic blasters and all that stuff. This is the real firearm, guys. This is based off a real firearm. Nerf does not care. You could give us the battle rifle from freaking Halo. Okay? You could give us the freaking an actual SCAR, like the Fortnite one, but actually accurate. You give us those things and all that, and make them to the specific specifications for Nerf, because modders are probably going to mod them anyway, so it doesn't matter. There you go. You have IP sales. The problem is Halo's not doing it, but there is an IP that would have been perfect for all of this. Absolutely perfect. Okay, and that's Fallout. You could, because all the Fallout weapons are weird and all that, and there's like certain ones and everything. So you could have had we're gonna use the pipe pistol for example. Okay, that one you could have just made it like, oh, you attach the stock, it does something different, full like electronics and everything. Even though it looks like garbage, you could make it into a automatic and have all these different attachments and all that stuff. Maybe putting on the rifle turns into putting on the rifle stock turns into a semi-automatic. There you go. Just go all out with it. The 10mm pistol could have been a mag-fed thing and all that, or you could have just put in the thing at the front. I'm sorry guys, I'm just my nose is running. The pipe revolver looks like a freaking Nerf gun. It looks kind of like a hammer shot. It's big, it's weird. There you go. It would have been perfect. You have a revolver with it. It doesn't even have a place to put a barrel attachment. But you could have put that on there anyway. So you could attach the different various barrels for the pipe weapons. Oh, you didn't do that. You could just copy off that system. You don't even have to make the pipe weapons and all the other various weapons. Just make your Nerf guns. But make them off that kind of philosophy. But you didn't do that. And it's like, you have these IPs. Give us more Halo weapons. Even if you're like, okay, you don't want to do that. You want your regular blasters to have this type of system. Okay. Give us the freaking Halo Magnum and let us put a mag in it. Okay? Give us the freaking plasma pistol, but let it fire freaking rival darts. Give us and you could have had other blasters that use different ammo types, so that you could sell these as well. Like, how about like that freaking bolt action rifle they made for the first wave of Pinpoint? That could have been a focus rifle. Okay, and if you like the focus rifle, you are the scum of the earth. Okay, I hate you for your very being. Okay, the beam rifle is better. Freaking hate that thing. Like, you know what I'm talking about. If you played Halo Reach, it's like you kept getting that thing drained your shield so fast and took you out so fast in the game, but it was useless in multiplayer. But there was always somebody who kept trying to make it work. So you do that. Have them all be different ammo types. Okay? Make the plasma pistol a jolt. So it just imitates the freaking, because no one's going to with it. They're going, okay, a very powerful jolt. And it fires the freaking ball. Or have it be like that other rival blaster where you can put multiple balls in it. And all that. And give us the Halo Magnum. Let it be like a freaking mag. Give us the freaking not the rocket launcher. Give us the DMR. DMR fires normal darts. Okay? It's really not that hard, Nerf. The beam rifle or the focus rifle could have been one of these as well. Like the normal darts or half darts, the normal UNSC blasters could have been just half darts and regular darts. Depending if it's like a pistol or something like that. The saw. Okay? You could have made the saw. You could make a freaking drum. You could design a drum mag half dart blaster. Make it the saw. Okay? Full auto thing. But because we don't care. Okay? Fortnite blasters are real world weapons. Okay? They have the silhouette of real world weapons. I could, if I had it with me, I would go grab my Fortnite 1911, compare it to the actual 1911. Okay, and they look fairly similar. We have a 1911 before we got a freaking Halo Magnum. So yeah, that's really my complaint about all this. It's like, if you're gonna buy Pinpoint, yeah, this is the only blaster you buy. That's the only one you need. It's the only good one. And all that, but you still need to get the freaking mags. So are you gonna go freaking buy a blaster you don't want? Buy 2 of these or something? No. You should have come with 2 mags. I would have been far more positive you gave us 2 mags with this thing, but you did not. So yeah, that's my rant. It's freaking expect another rant with Lego as well. So, forgot to advertise the book. Still need to clean everything. Here's the book. And all that. Your advertising is the hardest part. So you got to go online and do that stuff. But all I do on social media is just argue with people and post memes. But anyway, thank you all very much. You all have a nice day. Bye-bye.